Hi everyone, and welcome to another Cleaning Compass guide. Today we're diving in on how to clean the filter on your Maytag QuietSeries 200 dishwasher. You can see what type of dishwasher it was right there. If your dishes aren't getting as clean as they used to, or you're noticing some smells, it might be time to give that filter a proper deep clean. You can see this hasn't been cleaned in a while. This whole process takes about 15 minutes. You'll need a screwdriver. We've got an electric one here. A soft brush. I always encourage the Javex one. Dish soap, a small bowl, and a towel. Let's get started. Open the door and take out the bottom and top racks completely. We've already done that, so you have clear access to the bottom of the tub. The filter is at the bottom of the dishwasher. It's actually screwed in just under the spray arm, so you'll see a circular mesh filter screen, often surrounding a central piece. Around this area, you'll likely spot 3 screws holding down the cover plate. I love this part. My colleague here has a little scream of the dirt, and I think we have all felt that before. Grab your screwdriver and start by removing the screws. I suggest always starting with the one closest to you and move in a clockwise motion to remove the others. I also suggest putting some tape down, and as you remove each screw, put them on the tape in a line. This not only helps you remember how to reassemble everything later in the exact same way, you'll just backtrack the line of screws. The tape will ensure that they don't roll off your counter. Once all 3 screws are out, carefully lift off the cover plate. If it feels stuck, you might need to wiggle it. You'll see us doing that a couple of times here. Don't force it. Beneath the plate, you'll see the filter and sometimes a secondary mesh or plastic piece, depending on which version you have. Carefully pull out the filter. It's going to be a little dirty or slimy, just like this, and that's totally normal, especially since it is screwed in. It's not the easiest to clean, so many don't clean it often. Totally understandable. So be ready to clean. You'll see me doing that. I've sped it up here. Check for any stuck on food, debris, gunk. Take anything now that's been removed. So that's the filter, the spray arm, the cover, to the sink. And using warm water, dish soap, and a soft brush, gently scrub away the residue and the gunk. Be sure to scrub both sides of your filter. Clean the inside edges of the plastic ring. Wash the underside of the cover plate, and check and clean any other removable parts. Once cleaned, rinse thoroughly and set the parts on a towel to dry for a minute. While the filter dries, take a cloth and a sponge, wipe around the base of the filter. It's going to be pretty gunky, and there's probably going to be a lot of water. So this is where that bowl comes in handy to take a lot of the water out. Make sure to check the spray arm, the pieces where it attaches to on the wall of your dishwasher, and make sure that any of those holes aren't clogged. We also need to ensure that we're cleaning the actual dishwasher while we have everything out. So this is the time to clean those corners. Now that everything's clean, let's put it back together. First, place the filter back into its original spot. Then align the cover plate on top. This is very important because you want to make sure that the holes on the cover plate align with the screw holes at the bottom. Use the screws that you set aside earlier and reinstall them in the same order you remove them. So this is where that line on tape was extraordinarily helpful, because now you just backtrack. So now you just start with one on front and go in the opposite order. Make sure you tighten them gently. Make sure it's snug but not overly tight. And of course, the spray arm, before you finish off with the final plate, you need to clip that back in.
Good. Okay. Which is this way.
Once done, give the filter and all the plates and the arm a little wiggle to ensure it's secure. And slide your racks back in. This might need to be clipped. You'll notice that there's a little clip at the very end, so you might need to gently push it in, but with a bit of force, so those clips ensure that the racks are secure. Once done, plug the dishwasher back in or flip the breaker and you're good to go. Once done, and to finish up, consider running a rinse cycle with a cup of vinegar at the top rack. It'll help freshen up the whole machine. I also encourage these fresh dishwasher tablets. They're pretty cheap and they do a really good job. Also, no, this is not sponsored, but I find they do a really good job to keep your dishwasher running well. You will still need to do a deep clean like we did today. but this is great to ensure that it stays fresh. And that's it. Your Maytag QuietSeries 200 filter is clean and ready to go. Doing this every couple months keeps your dishwasher running efficiently and your dishes sparkling clean. Thanks for listening to our guide today, and thanks for our team for cleaning. Stay fresh, stay clean, and we'll catch you next time.